Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Laurence. I'm a postdoc at the University of Bristol in the UK. And today I'll be presenting a project that I'm on called EvoFlood, which is the evolution of global flood hazard and data. As you can see from the vast amount of names here, this is a big project. It's 5 years and we're currently about 2 years into it at the moment. So yeah, I've got the inevitable task of presenting this in 5 minutes, but luckily I've got a poster downstairs, and I've also got Ying Shui here, so a postdoc on the project. Yeah, thanks for putting your hand up. So please do come to us for more information. So the general aim is to develop the next generation of global flood risk, looking at changes in geomorphology, climate, and population. So an easy task. As with a lot of these kind of big projects, this was written a few years ago now, and kind of the landscape has changed quite a bit. So this is the schematic that we drew a couple of weeks ago, of kind of what the current state of it is. And the key thing is we're really looking for collaborations. So we've got quite a lot of scope and potentially some funding. So I should hear some ears keeping it up here. So for collaboration. So yeah, so what we're looking into is like kind of new data. So we've got things like FabDem, GRIT, which is a new 30-meter global bifurcating river network, looking at bank height estimates, channel conveyance capacity on a global level. So I think we'll be talking about that a bit more. We're looking at morphological modelling, so how river morphology is changing. We've actually got some physical experiments with some flumes, which is really great. Climate data, so yeah, so climate data downscaling, global discharge and sediments. Storylines, so for some future storylines, taking like development for scenarios. And a bit later into the project, we'll also get some people. So we're working with WorldPop, so kind of developing their data sets, looking at seasonal mobility, future population. I should say all this data is going into a global flood model, which is basically the 30-meter global one and a modified version of the global flood model. Right, so I've got a bit of time to kind of go into a little bit more depth, just cut me off when I finish. So a few like highlights. So Solomon has just released a paper basically downscaling daily CMIT simulations, and he's working on global discharge and sediment for the future as well, which is cool. This is one of my favorite maps in the project. This is GRIT, which is a new 30-meter global bifurcating river network. So this is by Michael Wortsman. The paper's in prep, but there is a version on this on Zenodo. One way. There's a few more details about that. So this is Ying Shui's work, which you'll present in more detail a bit later. Here's a bit of the river morphology. So they're doing some high-resolution 2D modeling, basically looking at centennial channel changes. And there's also an upscaled 1D modeling for prediction of future change, which will be on the GRIT network. Well, this is a flume experiment, so this is kind of feeding into that river morphology sort of, and kind of how that's going to affect flood hazards. This is the storylines as well, so this is getting storyline based on like GLOFASS and also looking at like dam scenarios and things like that. So yeah, I think that's basically about it. So bit of a blast of information here, so please do come and talk to me if you've got any more questions.